You're watching Arise Reports to Arts News now, and The Adventures of Obi and Titi are a series of children's books that aim to address the need for more diverse characters in children's literature. The aim is to present a positive representation of African history and culture in books designed for young children. Let's take a look at The Adventures of Obi and Titi.
The Adventures of Obi and Titi. A long time ago, in a kingdom called Benin, two young children discovered a hidden temple. This discovery would change their lives and the course of Africa forever. And their names were Obi and Titi. Obi and Titi. These children loved to play games, but their favorite was hide and seek, and that is how they found the hidden temple of Okiso, and their adventure truly began. Are you ready to follow our heroes as they embark on a magical adventure? Well, you better buy.
Well, there you have it, The Adventures of Obi and Titi, and the author is here, Oyehmi Begho, joining us now. I mean, that's just a little taster of what's to come. So just give us an outline of what the stories are about, basically.
Okay, it's an adventure series. It's set in the Benin Kingdom in the 15th century, and it's about two young children who set out, first of all, they were playing hide and seek, and they find a hidden temple and the magical map of stars, and that unleashes events that just take them out of control.
It looks absolutely captivating, and it says, are you ready to follow their adventure? I certainly am ready to follow their adventure, but I'm more of a visual person than reading a book. But this is more than just stories, isn't it? This has lots of visuals. Are you responsible for these as well?
Yes, I created a lot of these from scratch because I was into animation in university. Even though I come from a very techie kind of background, I liked that visual aspect of it as well. So I decided to do a lot of this stuff from scratch, and I think the story really captivates because of the imagery, and it's then you kind of get drawn into it.
Well, yeah, my 2-year-old was watching this with me this morning and he couldn't take his eyes off. So why did you create these characters?
I think I had a kind of bad experience growing up here in the 70s and 80s. I think we were only probably 2 black kids in the class, and there weren't any heroes or images that we could relate to back then. So I think this, for me, had 2 main goals that we were looking at, and I think it was, as you said, to lack of diversity in characters, in books, animation, and educational material that is used in the classroom. I think, secondly, it's within the story, is about African history and culture. So there's a very strong educational element to it as well that we're trying to help portray.
There's a real personal story behind this, obviously. You say that your saving grace was being sent back to Nigeria, and I'm really interested in that almost epiphany there. What happened?
Yeah, ooh, should I go into detail?
Yes, lots of detail, please.
It's nearly like the cliche that you become so bad that they have to send you back home on an aeroplane kind of thing.
I can't imagine you being bad.
I know, but it changed me. Nigeria really changed me. But I think over here, when I was over here and I was going through a lot of the things that I was going through in school, many people didn't understand it, and I think my mother knew that I actually needed to be around black people and get that understanding of who I truly was back then. So I think that really helped me, going back and seeing role models. We had bankers, engineers, lawyers, just walking around you every day, and that impacts a child's self-esteem quite a lot.
What do you want to achieve with this series, then? Do you think there's still a gap in the market?
I think there's a massive gap in the market in all the areas that I've mentioned. So we've started off as a chapter book series, but we've been moving on, hopefully, to an animated series, and also getting history, black history, into the curriculum within schools. We'd like to do that as well.
Because it's always told in a very sort of colonial way still, isn't it?
Yes, and 1 month. We only get 1 month. But I believe African history is world history. And I believe it can be embedded properly into the education system in many countries.
Let's hope so. Oyehmi Begho, we wish you the very best of luck with it.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.